welcome back to the Outdoor Dog YouTube channel. This is Peter Pan and I'm Stephanie. Today we're going to progress a training game that we showed in another video. This is all about how to get your dog comfortable with being touched so that you can examine them on a trail or on a boat, at a lake, whatever happens to be the situation. Because sometimes our dogs get hurt when we go out and about. And maybe it's just a thorn in their paw, but it's important for your dog to be comfortable that you can investigate what's going on and treat them if needed. The last video we did was how to get your dog comfortable being touched, part 1. So this is part 2. If you did not see that video, please check it out. There's a lot of important information that you're gonna need to know from that video for this one. I'll put a link in the description below. So in that video, I worked with Pippi, who is this adorable little Chihuahua mix, and we just worked on her being comfortable with me reaching towards her and then gently touching her. And we really focused on her feet. So this time, what we're gonna do is, again, focus on a foot exam for that thorn that's stuck in your dog's paw. But we're gonna make it a little bit more intense. With Pippi, I was just doing really light touches. But with Peter, I wanna show you how to progress that to where you're actually grabbing the dog's foot, because we're gonna have to grab it, unfortunately, to get that thorn out. So let's get started. At first, you will want a really comfortable place for your dog. You can do this on a piece of furniture that your dog likes, your bed, a carpet, or even just throw a yoga mat or a blanket on the floor so that they're extra comfortable. You'll also want really high value treats like boiled chicken. Today I have some salmon treats for Peter that he tends to like. So what I'm going to do, we'll just review really quickly what we had talked about in that last video to make sure that your dogs are okay with it. But I'm going to get a handful of treats and put them behind my back. All right? I'm actually going to put the other hand behind my back too. What I'm going to do is reach forward a little bit and give Peter a treat. And then both hands go away. So it's reach, treat, retreat. Reach, treat, retreat. And then again with Pippi, we progressed to very light touches. And we went down her leg to her foot. Good boy. What we're going to do now with Peter is the grabs. So I'm going to touch more firmly, but again, starting with that shoulder, we're not going to go right to the feet. So I'm going to just put a little bit of pressure when I touch. Good boy. And go right down that leg like we did before. And as long as he's not moving, I'm going to kind of keep progressing down his leg. However, every now and then I'm going to throw him an easy one. So as you can see, I went right back up to his shoulder instead of going down to his foot. The reason for that, while I get more treats here, is because we don't always want to make things more difficult for our dogs. Adding in some easy repetitions with hard ones really helps build their confidence and understanding of what's going on. Oh boy. Good. So again, we're doing a little bit heavier pressure with Peter. It's not a light, gentle touch. Just working down that leg. I'm almost to his foot. Good. I'm going to throw in an easy one, going back up kind of to the elbow. Then go back down to the foot. Good. Until I'm actually resting my hand on his paw. So right now his whole forearm and his whole paw is getting touched. He's doing okay with that. He hasn't moved. So I'm going to go right to the foot. Good. Nice. Once you've done a lot of repetitions and a lot of sessions with touching your dog a little bit more firmly, you're going to want to do all sides of your dog and work on the back feet as well. You're going to then move to actually starting to grab them a little bit. So again, I'm going to start at the shoulder. And as you can see, my hand isn't flat anymore. I'm kind of taking his shoulder and grabbing a little bit. That's a light grab. I'm not really grabbing him. Then as I move down the leg, I will put my whole hand around his elbow area. Good boy. Nice. And again, we're just moving down the leg. This is a different picture, so that's why we started again at the shoulder. We'll give him an easy one. And then go back down the leg. Good boy. Nice. And right now I'm just wrapping my fingers around his leg, but I'm not actually going underneath because I don't want to pick it up yet. Good boy. Nice. Go back up to an easier spot. And then head back down the leg. Good boy. Nice. Now we're at the foot. I don't think you guys could see. He flinched just ever so slightly on that one. So I'm going to go back up the leg and pick up all my dropped treats. There you go. And do a few repetitions up here before moving back down to that foot because he flinched ever so slightly. Good. And I'll work on the forearm for a couple repetitions. And then move down to his wrist. And here he's not flinching, so I'm going to keep progressing to a little bit more on his foot. All right, everyone, so that is how you can get your dog comfortable, part 2 with foot exams. Again, just remember you want to do a little bit more pressure when you're touching and work on all of your dog's limbs, and then move up to light grabs and progressively get to harder and harder grabs where you're actually kind of wrapping those fingers the whole way around your dog's legs, putting a little bit more pressure on them. Just slightly, we don't want to really grab our dogs, right? But putting a little bit more pressure there, and then eventually you might be able to start picking up your dog's feet. But make sure again that you're building in those easy repetitions with harder ones because that can really help your dog out. I hope you guys have fun with this. If you have questions, just let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.